Hello and good morning, and welcome to your Building Your Resume reference page for teens presented by Sueños. My name is Ivan Tonati Llamas, and I am a teen and adult librarian for the Santa Cruz Public Libraries. And I will be introducing the presentation as well. A little bit more info about the Santa Cruz County Workforce Collaborative. The collaborative brings a holistic approach to assist job seekers at various levels of need by bringing together information about local workforce programs in the Library Navigation Center. We do this by creating roadmaps of services and providing bilingual one-on-one and workshop-based support to individuals and the navigating career development process. This collaborative is a partnership including the Santa Cruz Public Libraries, the Workforce Development Board of Santa Cruz County, the Monterey Bay Economic Partnership, Carrillo College, and Goodwill Central Coast. This project was supported in whole or in part by the U.S. Institute of Museum and Library Service under the provisions of the Library Service Technology Act, administered in California by the state librarian. Perfect. For today, Saris Sayas Alaves from the program Sueños will be your presenter, and I'll pass the word to her for herself to introduce herself and her organization and to start the workshop. Thank you and enjoy.
Thank you, Ivan, for the introduction. Yes, my name is Sarai Sayas Alaves. I'm the work experience with the Sueños program. We are like a youth employment program that were funded through the workforce. We serve students between 16 to 24 years of age. And our main goal when it comes to our program, we provide youths with career exploration, job readiness workshops, paid and unpaid internships, transition into college or higher education training. And if you're interested, please feel free to contact us. And we're going to go ahead and start with today's workshop, which is building your resume. Today is building your resume workshop. And again, we're going to be discussing how to have a good resume. So how much do you know? What's a resume? Do you have a well-developed resume? And who can be a good reference? Again, resumes are really important whenever we're doing job search, because this is how employers are going to review, what experience you have, what education, and if you will be a good candidate for the open position. If you don't have a resume, don't worry about it. At the end of today's workshop, you will be able to have a draft or at least like a semi-complete resume that you can build from. So what's a resume? A resume is a first impression of you. It's a document that summarizes your experience, accomplishments, abilities, certification, education, and skills. When it comes to skills, you can definitely have what we call it transferable skills. Those are skills that you can utilize at any type of position. For example, it can be if you're bilingual, if you know any computer like skills, if you're organized. Again, this is transferable skills. Again, it applies to many jobs. What is the ultimate goal in order for you to have a well-developed resume? It's pretty much for you to be able to get an interview and to get the job. There's at any point, there's actually a format to writing a resume, which it contains the following information. First of all, it has to have your contact information by putting your full legal name, or like it is on your social security card, or any documents that are important. Again, your full legal name. Also, make sure that you put a phone number and make sure that this phone number that you will put, it's a reliable number. And also it has the voicemail setup. So employers will be able to get a hold of you. A professional email. This is something that has to have an email that you only utilize for employment purposes, school purposes, or any other important things related to work. An objective. A resume should have an objective describing what position you're applying for and be really specific. Again, you could have a general resume that you can submit to any jobs, but if you really are looking for applying for a specific position, make sure that you put it as you said on the job posting, or again, be specific. An example will be I'm applying for a full-time position as a cashier with Target. So as you can see, that was really specific, and you're letting the person who's reviewing your resume what a specific job you're applying for. Skills. The skills related to the job that you're applying for, right? And again, you can also apply what is called transferable skills, like I mentioned before, skills that you can put in any type of jobs. Work experience. Begin with the most recent job experience that you might have. This could be included something that you got paid for, on pay, or that you volunteer for. Name the company that you work for, the dates that you were employed. If you don't know specific, the dates, but maybe it could be the year. The job title where you were holding, and some of the duties that you were hired to do when it comes to the specific position. If you don't have much work experience, like I said, don't worry about it, but you can also put volunteer experience. If you did any community hours, you can also put them, because that, even though you didn't got paid for it, but will count as work experience when it comes to writing your resume. Education and training. Again, if you're currently attending school, you will put the most, the school you're attending. If it's like high school, college, what is a degree you are currently working towards, and the dates that you are attending. Again, if you already graduate high school, you will put the name of your high school, in the year that you graduated. And again, if you're currently attending either college or any other training school, you can also put that. But again, this is just kind of the format that any employer is familiar with. And anytime that they are reviewing resumes, they're looking forward to see this specific format. We're going to continue. Points to consider while writing your resume. It should always be one-page document. The font type could be Arial, Times New Roman. And again, this type of writing, it's really easy for anybody to read and to see. The font size should be 12 when it comes to the regular writing, but if it comes to titles, you can make it a little bit bigger, a little bit bolder. Consistency with the format is important. Like I mentioned, employers are used to see this format in the resumes, and sometimes when the format is not consistent, they see that the resume is not completed, and again, they will not move forward to call you for an interview. Make sure that you always check for grammar, typos, and punctuation. As this also, it's important for employers whenever they're reviewing resumes for any specific positions. Engage the reader, and it's easy to read. Again, whenever you're submitted applications, the employers they're not only receiving your application and your resume, but also receiving a lot. So make sure that your resume is easy to read, and then you engage the reader by utilizing bullet points. Work of choice. Be specific. Again, just because the resume it's only one-page document, you should be utilizing words that are specific and call the attention of the employer, and make sure that it's like a check-in list, right? They're saying, okay, this specific person has all the specific skills for them to be able to fulfill this position. That's what we want to make sure that your resume has, it's specific when it comes to the job application that you're submitting. Style of your resume, like I mentioned, you can put your own touch or your own personality when it comes to writing the resume. But again, always make sure that you keep the format that is consistent. And needs to be updated every time that you submit a new application. Again, why? Because again, unless you are just applying for a specific job, then that's okay, but you should still put what company, if it's part-time, full-time, and update the skills related for that specific position again. Do not generalize too much when it comes to your resume, even though you might think, hey, I might not have much work experience, or I might have not much skills to be able to add to my resume. Don't make it too generalized, because again, your resume is not going to be standing up when it comes to employers while reviewing your resume. Do not include the following unless that it will help you for that specific job. Again, do not include hobbies, your home address, and the reference within the one-page document for your resume. And we're going to keep moving forward. Right here, we do have examples of 2 resumes. And again, what we're going to be doing right now is going to review each specific resume and see of the format that we already reviewed and the points to consider. We're going to see what is the difference with these 2 resumes and why one stands better than the other one. So as you can see, right here, I have the resume for Maria Garcia. And again, this is just an example. She put her full name, her phone number, email address. For the objective, she just put that she is interested, a case manager. Skills, she put bilingual, 5 years of experience in case management, able to work under pressure, and strong interpersonal skills. For her experience, she put again that she worked for 2 places, right? And as you can see, she put the name of the specific business, the position that she was holding, the year that she started, and she put on the top her most recent position. And then she also listed some of the things that she's in charge to do in that specific place or the specific job. And again, she also has the other one. Then if you move forward to her education, you can see that she, again, attended, she put that the university she graduated from and other training programs, and she listed some certifications that she believed that they're important when it comes to her resume. So again, take a look at Maria's resume again. And as you can see, there's like in a specific format. So again, then we do have here, again, an example for John Smith, right? His resume. As you can see, John put his contact information on the top. For the objective, he put that he is looking for a position in a dynamic workplace, right? His skills, he listed some of his skills. He put bilingual, fluent in English and Spanish, be able to communicate effectively, be able to work with others. For work experience, he put that again, his most recent position, and he described some of the points. For education and training, he put, again, he graduated from what high school, and then what is he currently doing. One of the things that if you compare both resumes, you can see that Maria, she does have a little bit more of work experience, right? A little bit more education. But some of the things that her resume is lacking, it's definitely, again, just because she does have more experience and more education, what I can see just visually, that her resume is lacking, right? If I were to be the person who's reviewing this, yes, but she does have the experience. But one of the things that visually is not there, right? So, but John Smith, even though it seems that he barely graduated high school, he's barely starting into the workforce, but her resume, it's more well put together when it comes to, like again, the bullet points, grabbing the reader's attention, it's in there. So imagine me reviewing like, let's say 20 resumes, and I come across John's resumes. For me, that's easy to read. I will be like, perfect. Let me call this person and invite him to come to an interview. So that's what exactly that we want to do whenever you guys are writing your resumes. Make sure that you guys follow the format. Make sure that you guys consider all the points, right? So you guys have a well-developed resume that is going to get you the interview, that is going to get you the job. So again, we're gonna have a few moments later on to be able to work on our resumes, do a specific worksheet if you guys don't have a resume yet, or if you already have one and you guys will continue to edit it, to improve it now that you guys went over the workshop and edit it, that will be great as well. But one of the other things that it's important to have, it's a list of references. Again, what's a reference? A reference, it's from a reference from a person who can vouch for your qualifications for a job. That's somebody that it's a good candidate to be as a reference. A professional reference should, when it comes to work-related capacity, right? Typically, it could be a former employer, a colleague, a client, a supervisor, a teacher, a counselor, or someone else who can recommend you for employment. And again, some of the things that you could do, it's maybe something you got paid for, right? That it was some pay, internship, volunteer work, extracurricular activities, and at least you should have between 3 to 5 reference that you can choose from and rotate them depending on what position you're applying. It is always important to ask the person who you're going to be utilizing as a reference, just letting you know, hey, even though they already gave you your consent, yeah, feel free to put me down as a reference, but it's always nice for you to reach out to them either by calling them, sending an email, or just letting them know, hey, by the way, I'm utilizing you as a reference for this specific job, so that way they know that they're expecting a call and then they can give a good reference about you. So that's just a friendly tip. Try to stay away from family members because again, even though, unless, for example, you work for them in that specific area, because even though your family members want to give a good reference or review about you, but some of the questions that employers ask, they're not related to the interaction that you only have as a family. So that's why we don't recommend to put family members as reference. So we're going to be moving forward to have, what is the specific reference format? Again, you guys already know that the resume has a format, but also the reference has a format. So again, it should be a single page where you keep your reference just in case the employer will ask for them, you will be able to provide that to them. So which is the following format: the name of a specific individual, their job title, what company they work for, company address, phone number, and email address. So again, we know you might not have all specific information, but just remember, at least have the name of the person, the job title, a phone number, and an email address. At least those four things, right? Just because again, many employers now, they do like send just an email doing the reference in that way. So that's why it's important just for us to, from all this specific information, just to put the name of the person, their job title, phone number, and email address if we don't have the rest of them. Right here, I'm going to show you guys an example of what a reference list should look like. So again, it should be their own individual document, right? Where you're going to be putting on top your name, your phone number, your email address. Then you're going to be listing it as reference list. And then from there, you're going to be putting at least 3 contacts or reference. And again, remember, consistency is important for all of them. So if you do have all the information, that's what exactly needs to be done for every single person that you list as a reference. So as you can see here is the name of a person, the position, the company they work for, the address, telephone number, and email, right? So, and you can see that all the 3 persons have the same information. What about, let's say, for one specific reference, you won't have the company name? An example right here. Let's say you only have this. right? And then for the other one, you only have this information. So now, as you can see, that all the information is not the same, right? Your reference, they don't look complete. If you submit like your reference list like this, if I'm the employer, I'll be able to say, wait, it's not complete, right? And I'm gonna give it back to you because say, hey, this is not complete. I don't have all the proper information for your reference. So go ahead and work for it. Like fix it, right? So that's why, again, if we only have the same, again, what would you do this? What would you do in this scenario to fix it? Then if for me, if I only have, it seems that I only have the same, I only have the name of the person, the phone number, and then the email, then that's how exactly I'm gonna submit the information for all my specific reference. As you can see now, it looks the same. It looks consistent. All of my 3 references have the name of the person, the phone number, and the email. So that's how exactly you guys should also do that. Whatever information you have your reference, make sure that it's consistent and you guys will be able to submit that, okay? So again, as well, we'll be able to share the templates for the resume so you guys can have that for your own. Now it's your turn. After we review what is the format for a resume, points to consider, then we do have 2 specific documents that you guys can work. The first one is, if you guys don't have a resume, again, this is your first time hearing about what's a resume, we do have a specific resume worksheet, what we call it. And this will be, you guys, it's gonna help you put all the information, like do like a brainstorm, put all the information that you guys need. And then this specific worksheet is gonna help you to do your actually resume. So in here, you guys will take time to put all the information. Again, it's asking you your name, so you will put your name. So for example, we can put John Smith, your email address. Again, you guys will do, and again, make sure that it's that you only use this specific email address for employment purposes. Okay, so you are gonna be able to if you get like an email saying, hey, we would like to invite you for an interview, you're not gonna miss that email. And if you have like just a general email where you utilize for coupons or things like that. So that's why I'm asking you guys just to have one in a specific words. Let's see, email. And then for the objective, right here again, like if this is your first time just utilizing just for fun, let's say we're gonna be applying, so obtain a full-time position with target. If you guys want to be more specific, I know, and here in the county, we do have like 2 targets, right? One in Watsonville and one in Capitola. But if you guys want to be really, really specific, then you guys could put obtain a full-time position with target, with Watsonville target, let's say. As a cashier. It's skills. So again, right here, you're going to list some of your current skills that you have. Let's say, again, we're going to put it skills related to this specific position to be a cashier, but we can also put the transferable skills. So we're going to put, for example, myself, I'm bilingual, right? So bilingual, and then be specific, right? English and Spanish, because again, you can be bilingual, you can be like, you can know French or like other type of language. So in this specific example, I know English. So, and then again, you can put, let's say computer skills, right? And if you know any specific programs, you can do that. You can put that you are really organized. And again, this are going to be skills that you have, but also depending the job. So organize. And again, you will have the space to do that. When it comes to work experience, you will list the your current positions that you held. So right here, let's say I was working for Kmart, right? I was a cashier, and then I was employed. If in a specific, let's say, I wouldn't remember the specific date, but maybe it was a month, right? So let's say I started in December. And then it was December 2019. And then I completed on right. Sorry for the typos. Okay, so again, this is gonna help you to organize, right? Just to dump all the information that you have. And again, what job duties I was in charge of doing with Kmart. So again, it's cash handling, customer service, and then you're gonna list what other things you were, like, again, this is just an example. And if you have other work experience, that you can keep adding it, or again, make sure that also if you have any other volunteer experience, then you can do that. So then it comes to the one that's about education and training. So let's say, let's say I'm still in high school. So then my name of the school will be High School. Right? What I'm studying, I'm trying to get my high school diploma. And then, like, let's say right here, I started attending on, if I don't know the specific date, then I started on August this year. Oh my gosh, 2021. There you go. And again, if you are, or let's say you already graduate, then you put what year you graduated. And then right here, if you're, again, if you're attending other school or other training, then you can do that. So for example, I'm doing a training. Let's say I'm doing the Sueños program, which is considered a training, and I'm doing job readiness. Again, right here, our program will help you do job readiness, career exploration. It's kind of like a transition program, right? So let's say I'm focusing on job readiness. And then I just got enrolled, which is let's say March. So that's there, right? Then I'm gonna go ahead, and there's a specific for volunteer or other activities. Remember that there I mentioned that you guys could, if you guys have volunteer or are currently volunteer, for a specific place, then this is the specific tag that you guys should put it in. Even if it's through your church or, community hours, anything will be right here. So let's put an example. Let's say volunteering for the food bank. So it's Santa Cruz. So then what is the position? I'm going to put volunteer. And then the dates. So let's say I started volunteering this month, right? And then I'm gonna do present because I'm still there, right? So that's what you guys will put. And then what is some of the volunteer activities or duties that I'm in charge at the food bank? So it will be let's say, what it will be, organizing, organizing the pantry, and then, and whatever you would do. So as you guys can see, this helped me put all my the information together. So with this worksheet, again, you guys will be able to just dump all the information, right? If this is the first time you guys don't have a resume. So you guys will have this to be able to now, you say, I already have all the information that I think I'm gonna utilize to be able to create my own resume. So now the next step is for us to actually start putting it in a format that is gonna look like a resume. So in here, because I really like the specific resume for John and the format and everything. So this is how I'm gonna specifically put the information. So again, as you guys saw on the worksheet, there wasn't a specific to put this. So again, you will be putting your full name. Well, let's see. Phone number, and again, we'll put, make sure that this phone number has a voicemail set up. So let's put 444 333, whichever is the number. And then the email will be your specific email. Smith. And then you guys remember what we were trying to apply for, which it was being full to obtain a full position, full-time position as a cashier with so you guys are putting, okay, on your objective. And again, the skills right here, bilingual, right? I'm gonna go ahead and keep this one because this is something that I know, but you guys will put in your specific skills. Proficient at multitasking. This means that I'm able to do several things at once. Let's say I'm helping a customer, right, at the cashier, and then somebody is asking me a question. So I'll be able to do both at the same time, right? So you're ringing the customer and be able to answer the other customer's question. Excellent communication skills. That means that I'm able to effectively communicate with other people, right? Customers, coworkers, supervisors, and active listening. So, which that means that, again, you're able to listen to people around you. And you can just put other specific, again, like cash handling, which is gonna be related to the job that you're applying, right? Customer service. And then any other, again, any other skills that will help you for that specific position. For work experience, again, right here, like let's say that was my work history, right? So I have the loaves and fishes, right? It was from June 2020 to April 2021. I was holding the cook and server position. And again, there's some of the list of some of my duties or some of the things that I was in charge of doing. And then again, there's another one, right? Like football. So again, there was some of the things that I was in charge of doing. Then for that education, again, let's say that I'm currently attending that specific high school, right? And then that is in progress. I'm still there. And then I'm gonna be graduating soon. Wow, 2017, yeah. By the time I already have graduated, right? And then there's another specific program, like I mentioned right here, the Sueños program, right? Which I'm still doing. And then what I'm learning in that specific program. So as you can see, the information that we utilized that we did on the worksheet, now we're going to transfer in this specific template, which is going to provide us with like a final resume. And from this one, again, you are going to go ahead and continue to edit as needed, because again, like let's say we're applying for a cashier position with Target, but let's say later on you are applying for a different position for let's say with the city of Santa Cruz as a recreation leader. So then definitely your skills are going to change, and maybe now you gain it's a different work experience related to that, then you can put it. And don't be, like I say, don't be afraid to have somebody review your resume, because again, sometimes because we're like, oh, I'm not too sure about it, feel free to reach out to me if you ever feel I will put my email, and then you can always say, hey, Sari, do you mind checking my resume? And definitely I can, give you feedback or edits, and so you continue to work. Or you can always come back and review this recording to see maybe if you miss any specific, formatting or things like that. So, but yeah, so hopefully by you going over this recording, you will be able to have, again, a resume, and feel free to share this information with anybody that might need it. And obviously, if you have any question, feel free to reach out either to myself or Ivan, and definitely will be available. But yeah, thank you so much for your time and your attention, and definitely looking forward to continue to work with you guys, either if you ever join the program or by sharing this video. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sarai, for the presentation. And thank you again for attending our workshop. Let's give a round of applause and thanks to Sarai for presenting, and also Sueños for also allowing Sarai to present as well. Also, please take a minute to fill out our survey, which is listed in the video description. And as Sarai said, if you have any questions, our contact information is listed on the slides, so feel free to send us an email. We'll gladly answer your question. Thank you again, and have a great day.